I feel like this is the summer for an icebox dessert.
It really is. Because it's hot as hell.
It is.
And I have an icebox dessert that I'm going to surprise you with.
Well, I have one for you right now.
All right, tell me.
It's a Sally's baking recipe, which we've talked about her ad nauseum because her recipes literally always work, except for one lemon bar recipe, which I always talk about because it is not a good recipe. But that's the only one. It's a singular event. Everything else I've tried of hers is really great. And I've
She should
tried
pay
vegan.
us. She should pay us.
She should pay us. Maybe one day.
She does have really good stuff, though.
Always.
You turn me on to her. She has really good recipes.
I really like her stuff. And I feel like she's like legit. Some people really care about what they do, and I feel like she cares.
Is her name really Sally?
That's what she says. I don't know. I can't confirm or deny it, but yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So this is a no-bake s'mores cake, which another thing I really like are s'mores. But
I love a good s'more.
So this is a s'mores cake, which is kind of like a s'mores lasagna, if you will.
How toasty do you like your marshmallow in a s'more?
Like, I want it toasty as fuck.
Yeah, I want it blackened.
Yeah. I absolutely think that's the only way. And then when you get into it, it's like the gushiest shit ever. It's so good. Yeah, I like it when you bite it and it has a crunch, kind of.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay. But for this dessert, which you need a blowtorch, which I don't have. Do you have one? You don't have one. You barely even have a whisk. Yeah, okay.
I will have you know, I have a fucking whisk. I used it the other day, okay?
That is new, though.
No, I've always had a whisk. You just claim I don't, but I have one.
I mean, you cook and you make do, but God knows you're missing a few special tools.
Okay, well, I have a whisk.
Mm-hmm.
Don't de-whiskify me.
I won't let the world do it to you every day.
Yes, you will.
Okay, so I was kind of reticent of bringing this recipe to
That's a really fancy word for you.
Eric, I'm the only one here that has a master's degree, so I don't want to hear about words, okay?
You know what? I don't want to hear about your master's degree.
You sure don't?
We barely got my bachelor, okay?
Okay, so I was worried about bringing it over because there's a step in it that involves a bain-marie. What is a bain-marie, Eric?
A bain-marie is like when you use water. So, for example, like a bain-marie, like when you make a cheesecake, you have the bigger container full of water underneath the container that you're making your cheesecake.
Right. And for this particular recipe, you have to make a marshmallow meringue. And to make a marshmallow meringue, you do need eggs. You need 6 egg whites, which if you're someone who is conscious of ingredients, you would save those 6 yellows and you would make something with them. I put them down my drain because I don't give a shit about eggs, but you might.
Well, someone has money.
I know, right? A whole half dozen eggs just down the fucking drain. So you're going to do the following. You're going to make a ganache. And it's kind of a runny ganache, FYI. So when you're making it, don't get scared. You're going to get 12 ounces of semi-sweet or milk chocolate, and you're going to break it up into, it says finely chop. You don't need to finely chop it.
I'll just break it up.
Yeah. Get your Hershey's bars and break it up into each little singular square or rectangle. Put it in a bowl. And then you're going to heat up 1.5 cups of heavy cream. I did it in the microwave because I didn't want to do it on the stove since I was already doing a bain-marie. I only have the one pot for this bullshit, and I wasn't going to use it for 2 things and wash it in between. I made some choices.
I got you.
I heat up my cream in the microwave in a mug, 30-second intervals, would stir it, yada, yada. You want to get it hot, but you don't want to get it so hot that it boils over or that it's scalding because it will burn. It'll make the consistency of your ganache abhorrent. It'll be horrible.
Yeah, it's going to taste burnt.
Right. So when you get it nice and warm, like if you stick your finger in it, it'll be like too hot to keep in there, but you could still put it in. Once you do that, you're going to add the cream to your chocolate and you're going to let it sit for however long. What I did during this interim was to separate my eggs.
Mm-hmm.
So it took a bit. And then you just stir it with a whisk. It's the best instrument because if you can start with a spoon, but then you're always going to have to switch to a whisk because it needs to emulsify a little bit. And then you cover it and you put it in the fridge. Then you're going to go ahead and start up with your meringue. You're going to have your 6 eggs all separated. You're going to add sugar and you're going to add cream of tartar. Cream of tartar helps it to stabilize so that it actually becomes a meringue. You're going to put it in a bowl that fits nicely over a saucepan that has a couple inches of water in it that is smoldering but not quite boiling. And then you're going to whisk it. It's going to take 4 to 5 minutes for the sugar to melt. That's all you're looking for. You're not looking for anything else. Just so when you touch it, you don't feel granules anymore. It just feels like slick egg whites, kind of like that
Right.
gelatinous feeling. Once you reach that point, it literally takes no more than 4 to 5 minutes. You put it into your stand mixer, or you just move the bowl over and you use your handheld mixer, and you beat it for like 5 to 6 minutes until it becomes kind of like it becomes a meringue. And that's it. Then after that, all you have to do is layer graham cracker, meringue, graham cracker, ganache, graham cracker, like that. Does that make sense?
Let's repeat that. Graham cracker, meringue, and then ganache, right?
No. Graham
Okay.
cracker,
Uh-huh.
meringue, graham
Right.
cracker, ganache, graham cracker, meringue, graham
Got you.
cracker.
Okay, so the ganache is its own layer.
Yes, everything is its own layer.
Okay. Now,
Makes
how
sense?
long was your ganache in the refrigerator for?
The time that it took me to make the meringue, about 10 minutes roughly.
Okay, so you're just chilling the ganache out. You're not really letting it settle
Right.
anymore like that.
And it's runny. So like I literally poured it over
Okay.
the
Okay.
crackers. Make sure I made it in my our famous 8x8 because it's a very useful pan. And I lined it with parchment paper so it wouldn't stick. I
Okay.
added a little bit of the marshmallow fluffy stuff on the bottom and then put my first layer of graham cracker so it wouldn't move
Mm-hmm. It
around.
wouldn't move.
And that's it. And you do that until it's full. I had some leftover of everything, honestly. But if you wanted to make it in a bigger pan, it would suffice. You could still make a nice layered dessert. You cover it, which you know what I use for covers right now?
Tell me.
I get shower caps from the Dollar Tree and I put it on my pans. Don't laugh at me. You're fucking laughing at me. Why?
No, I'm not laughing at you.
They're like 10 for $1 and they're great and you can just throw them away when you're done. It's better
My
than
God,
saran
tossing
wrap.
shower caps and eggs. Someone's living the high life.
I'm rich,
And
baby.
apparently, someone's living that high life.
And then after you're done doing all that, and then I covered it with one sheet of parchment on top, and I covered it and overnight, and then you just eat it the next day. If you have a fancy torch, you can torch the top meringue layer.
Right.
I don't have one, which I really want. I really want one.
They're not that expensive, are they?
They're not. I just don't have one. But you
Right.
could do that to make it very beautiful. And then you just slice it and then you eat it and it's done. Like the whisking of the eggs and all that and the meringue making is very simple.
It's not that bad.
It really isn't. And I know it sounds kind of scary because I feel like if you're a novice in the kitchen and you have to make a meringue, it may feel scary. But the tartar sauce does all the work for
The
you.
cream of tartar.
I'm sorry, correct. The cream of tartar, not tartar sauce. You
Yeah, don't squeeze fucking tartar sauce in there. Let me explain, Mariela, what tartar sauce is, okay? A mayonnaise, relishy type of thing.
that sounds
Okay. I
delightful.
love tartar sauce. Have you ever put a chicken tender in tartar sauce?
I haven't, but I would.
Try. It's fucking delicious.
Just like a hush puppy. Like,
I haven't had a
what?
hush puppy in like 30 years.
Don't
That
you
sounds
love them though?
I love hush puppies.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. And you know what I learned about that? I just learned it today that I don't know if it was the slaves or who, I don't know who it was. They would give it to the dogs so they would detract so they could escape. And they
Mm-hmm.
were fried balls of cornmeal and they called them hush puppies.
I heard that.
So I don't know if that's factual. I heard it on the TikTok, but if it is, I would shut the fuck up too if you threw one at me.
Now I know. Now I know what to do.
I love hush puppies so much. Like I miss Long John Silver's, not because I care about anything else, but those hush puppies
I remember you would just get hush puppies.
with the crunchies. Oh my god, so good.
You love hush puppies?
Right.
No, they're good. They're really good. But go to
Mm.
Popeyes because for some reason it just works well with Popeyes and get a Popeyes chicken tender and their tartar sauce. It's really good.
Well, all right then. Have you been to? Well, I know you've been to Raising Cane's, which I'm gonna go
Mhm.
tomorrow. I'm excited because I'm going down that way. I want to have
Raising
a
Cane's good.
singular nugget, like a singular, not a nugget,
Tender
tender. Mmm, I'm craving it.
and a piece of Texas toast.
I'm not into that.
I love Texas toast.
I like it with spaghetti, but I don't know what it's doing with my chicken. But anyway, okay. Make this dessert. I'm going to go ahead and put the link in our show notes so that you can make it too. Don't be scared about the egg whites. And the price of eggs has gone down, so
Well, all I know is I can't waste eggs. So congratulations on what you can do, Mariela.
thanks.
Congratulations on your success.
I know, right? I'm coming up, Eric. I'm coming
I know. You're coming something.
Not as much as you.
Well, I don't want to brag, but you know.
Yes, you do. All right. Don't forget to leave us a 5-star review in your favorite podcast player. And share us with a friend and make this dessert and search our show notes for the recipe. I will link our Sally. Sally's my girl. Her recipe for you to make it. And don't turn on that oven for shit. You don't have to. Not right
Oh,
now.
it's so hot. This sounds great. I love it because I love not turning on the oven during this time of the year.
Wow. You ready? Are you ready for the summer? I'm kind of excited though.
No, I'm not. I'm ready for it to be fucking over.
It's gonna be over. Why can't you just enjoy the moment? You're such a soppy sop mop.
I don't know what that is, but I do know that I'm ready for fall. So
Soon
bring on
enough, my
Halloween.
baby. Soon
I
enough.
know. I know.
All right,
I
you
know.
guys. We love you and we'll be back very soon. Take care.
Bye bye.